So welcome back to the Sawmill, friends. While I was editing my last video, or maybe it was 2 videos back, I don't remember. But anyways, I noticed an error that I made on this transfer tank. I've tried this 4 times today. Let me just show you what's wrong. So during the installation the other day, I had to put a bushing right here that threaded into the tank that it sets the threads for the cap. Now this bushing right here should have got Teflon tape or some kind of sealant. We're gonna put some Permatex on it there today. That's really good stuff. But I failed to put anything on there. So when it rains, there's a slight chance that water could get in the diesel tank, and that ain't good. Well, we got the hatefulest cat on YouTube with us today. Hello, Mama. It looks like you made it through another year. We think she's about 9 years old, but we're not sure. And while we're talking about this transfer tank, I got one question on the last video multiple times. I actually got 3 or 4 emails as well. People were pointing this out to me like I didn't realize this in the first place. So people were asking, why did you put the fill side of the transfer tank on the opposite side of the fill side on your truck? That sounds kind of confusing. So let me say that again. I fill up my truck on the driver's side, and on the passenger side is the fill hole for the transfer tank. They're on opposite sides. Let me explain why I did that. This is the fill up side on the transfer tank. We're on the passenger side of the truck. I know this might get confusing, but this right here, guys, holds red dye farm diesel or off-road diesel. The diesel you put in this tank is tinted red, and it's not taxed, which also means you cannot use that diesel in your vehicle. If you do, it'll cost you a lot of money. Now over here on the driver's side of the truck is the fill-up side for the truck. That's actually DEF right there. For you guys that don't drive diesel vehicles, that blue nozzle right there means DEF fluid. Never put DEF in the diesel. That could be a bad day right there as well. But anyways, this takes regular diesel. You can't put farm diesel in here. And here's my point to all this. So whenever I go to the gas station to get farm diesel, and sometimes that is hard to find, there's a lot of gas stations around here that don't even have it. I can think of about 3 within 10 miles that have it from my location. But anyways, whenever you go there to fill up your farm tank or your transfer tank, whatever you want to call it, that pump is not nowhere near the tank that has the diesel for your truck. Therefore, you'll never do them both at the same time. And I prefer to have the pump on this side. That way, if I'm going down to the field on the new property and I got the track loader down there or the tractor and I want to fill it up, I can gauge my distance a lot better with the pump on the driver's side while I'm going to pull beside the machine to fill it up. But I could probably do it from the passenger side if I wanted to. It's not a big deal. But that's why it really don't matter which side you put that on. I just remembered 2 more questions about this transfer tank, and I'll quit talking about it, I promise. The past 2 videos, we've been doing nothing but talking about this diesel tank here. Somebody asked, does it have a gauge? It does not have a gauge. And number 2, somebody asked, can you put some kind of theft device on it? And you can put a lock up on the handle for the pump right there, so you can lock it out. All right, guys, let me take you up here and show you what I'm working on today. And some of you have been asking about the sawmilling. I'm not quit sawmilling on this channel. I've just been trying to take care of some other things here for the past few weeks. But tomorrow, which will be the video after this one, I'm going to be quarter sawing a really nice white oak log. I'll probably get Mr. Cotto out. Well, I gotta get Mr. Cotto out anyways to do this job. But while we got Mr. Cotto out today, we'll go ahead and load up that white oak in front of the sawmill. I'll show you guys what it looks like. It's a good one. All right, guys, we're back here in the garden area behind the chicken house. In the last video, I started ripping out that fence right there. I got most of it out. I got another fence post down there we need to pull out. So we need to take all this wire today and kind of bunch it up and throw it in the dump trailer. And then we're going to come right over here, guys, and get rid of this fence. We're going to make these chickens mad today, though. I got them out here free ranging. They are not going to like this machine running back and forth. We're going to start on that corner post right there and work our way back and get rid of all this old fencing right here and avoid the water spigot right there. Got to keep my eye on it today and get rid of these water hoses as well before we get started. Shouldn't take us too long to get rid of this. And once that's done, I can finally get started on finishing the siding on the chicken house, which has taken me, it seems like 10 years to finish. I talk about this all the time, but I need this fence out of the way so we can start building on that. And I've also got 2 old maple stumps back here. I cut these trees down whenever we bought this place because the kiln was going right there. And as you can see, they're rotted pretty good. I think Mr. Cotto with the grapple will probably be able to maybe pull those out of the ground. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on that. Before we start ripping this out of the ground, the wife wanted me to save this gate for some reason. So, better take care of that. My goodness, that screw was in there. That one broke right off. That one broke. And that one broke. Who knows how long this gate's been standing here. Got that corner post partly out of the ground. I heard it kind of cracking at the bottom as I was pulling up on it, so I backed up and punted and just pushed it over at the bottom of it right there. And I can tell right there that's in concrete, so may have to use the bucket on a later date, get in here and dig this one out. And as for these 2 little maple stumps over here, there's not much left. They pretty much exploded as soon as I put Mr. Cotto up against them. As soon as we get those fence posts right there out of the way, I'll come in here with the grapple, see if we can kind of go down a little bit deeper and pull those out of the ground. I may have to switch the grapple with the post puller to get these out. Well, I'm still kind of stuck in there. If we can't get them with the grapple, I'll use that fence post puller. We may be able to get onto these though and pull them out. See what happens. That ain't gonna work right there. Bad idea. Making some progress on the fence, and the girls are appreciating the loose soil that Mr. Cotto's stirring up down there. That's one good thing about chickens. There's a lot of tracks back here that the machine will leave, but give these chickens about 1 or 2 days and they'll scratch that up and it will look just like it did before. They are good to have around. Many uses for those chickens right there. If you don't have any, get some. They're kind of expensive, but I think they're worth it. So over here, guys, I thought I could get that grapple to grip those posts, and I was mistaken. Wasn't going to happen. So as soon as I clean up the rest of this wire, we got some barbed wire by the bottom. I got some more field fence over there somewhere laying around that I missed. As soon as I get that cleaned up, I'm going to put the post puller on Mr. Cotto and come in here and yank those out of the ground. I'm going to try to see if I can get a purchase on the bottom of that post right there, but I don't know if that will happen or not. We'll see if we can get on there. I'll tell you what, friends, what day is it? It is January the 5th, Friday. I'm not sure when you all see this video, but my goodness, it is 50 degrees out here today. Really good weather for January. It's usually pretty cold. Tomorrow we got some rain and snow coming in, and after that it's supposed to turn cold again. But at least we got one decent day. I'll take it. All right, guys, here's the log. We're gonna have the Super 70 tomorrow. This is a white oak, it's a 10-footer. This is a customer log, and he requested that I quarter saw this, and he's gonna take it back with him green. He's got a kind of a unique project lined up for this. He does not want it kiln dried. This should be a really good log. We have limited defects. I didn't see any knots on this log when it came in the other day. The pith is pretty much straight from end to end. There's a little bit of a taper from this end to the small end down there. It's not too much. We'll still quarter saw it, but I wish it was a little bit less than it is. It looks like it's about 2 or 3 inches. But this should be a really good saw log, friends. I've not got to quarter saw any white oak in about 6 months. It's one of my favorite things to saw, is not only just white oak, but when I can quarter saw it.